What's going on? This is your man John Fortune, your host of the Frustrated Fan Sports Show, and today we're talking about a huge victory for the DC Defenders. The DC Defenders down the Vegas Vipers 32-18 in a game that, when it came down to the second half, it just wasn't a game anymore because DC was really putting it on them. But at the same time, I like some of the rules that are with the XFL. 4th and 15 from the 25 after you score to get an opportunity to play and score again. So some of these rules I actually like, and Vegas attempted a 4th and 15 from the 25. It failed, but again, the DC Defenders defense comes up big. Very, very good game. Very proud. DC Defenders are now 4-0 in the season with a huge matchup coming up in St. Louis against the Battlehawks, who they just played a week ago. I think it was a week ago, and a lot of the players got suspended. So with that being said, the Defenders are definitely on the march to actually being like a number one seed, being the number one seed in the XFL North. So again, very, very good game. De'Aaron King sits up there and gets 3 touchdowns in the game, 2 rushing, 1 passing. But again, it was a very good game. Greg Williams is still showing he doesn't understand why he's not in the NFL in regards to coaching defenses, because to take a team of a lot of unknowns on the team, even though some of the guys I do know, but again, take some unknown guys and doing well. Mike Joseph is still playing out of his mind. He leads the XFL in interceptions with 3, and he's run 2 back for touchdowns. So again, very, very good game. We're seeing Reggie Barlow sit up there and bring this team together. You can see that this team is really all on the same page offensively and defensively. They do run a 2-quarterback system, so De'Aaron King is mainly their rushing quarterback. But Tiamu today had a big game. I think it was like for 50-something yards, or maybe 40-something, maybe 50-something, or close to 60-something yards. So he had a big rush today. Again, very, very good game. We're seeing the Defenders actually do something very good. The crazy thing about that was that a commander, they actually had a commander's type of stat, which is insane, which is the fact that they had never in all their games, they had never led by halftime, but they were still able to stay undefeated, which is something we can't say about the Commanders. But again, the Defenders are looking great. The Bear Snake didn't make it to the top of the stadium, and for all the fans, y'all gotta stop throwing the lemons, man. I mean, if we want the Beer Snake to stay around, not throwing the lemons is going to be key. Because again, if you guys keep throwing the lemons, we're going to have a problem, and the home of the Beer Snake won't be the home of the Beer Snake anymore. Like I said, again, very good game. Congratulations to Reggie Barlow. Congratulations to Greg Williams. Again, I just can't praise Greg Williams enough. I mean, his system is always effective. It never seems like it's hard for players to adapt to his system, and they all seem like they're ready to play no matter what. So like I said again, I'm just very, very happy. DC Defenders 4-0 with a huge matchup in St. Louis against the Battlehawks. And again, the Battlehawks are looking good. I mean, A.J. McCarron is I think he's second in the league in passing, behind Ben DiNucci, who basically has all the passing records in this current season right now. But AJ McCarron, he looks good. I mean, he looks very, very good. He's been playing out of his mind, and I think it was on Saturday. Yeah, it was on Saturday. They had a huge win in St. Louis. They also in St. Louis, I think they're playing in the former where the Rams used to play at. But they actually had an attendance of 38,000, the biggest attendance, over 38,000 plus, the biggest attendance for any XFL game this year. So, again, like I said, that's a huge matchup that they're going up against. And like I said, for you guys who are new to the XFL, it's not a bad league to watch. It's actually exciting. There's a lot of energy, entertainment, and everything going on. They also hire some really good commentators. So again, like I said, excited that the Defenders are marching to a very, very good season. They look like they're the favorites. I mean, the Roughnecks, the Houston Roughnecks are a tough team too. They look pretty good as well. But again, I feel that our Defenders are on their way to something big. But again, like I said, we got the huge game. Got a huge game against St. Louis next weekend. So it's huge. It's big. It means something. Again, I would like for us to go undefeated in the North. But again, like I said, we have a big test against the Battlehawks. I think it's on Saturday. So definitely check that game out. I think they're going to probably put that game, from my understanding, I think it's a 4 o'clock game. But I think they might actually, depending on what they do, it might be a 7 o'clock game. But again, excited. DC Defenders are still undefeated, 4-0. Notable former and notable NFL names. Vic Beasley, former Atlanta Falcon. Forgot where he went after his free agent bid. He played for the Vegas Vipers. Also, Martavius Bryant, former Pittsburgh Steelers wide receiver. There was somebody, Dylan, who was the tight end. I think he was in Green Bay, if I can remember. I think he was in Green Bay. Dylan was in Green Bay. But again, also Rob Woodson is the head coach of the Vegas Vipers. Chris Dishman, who most of y'all know, played opposite of Darryl Green for a while here with the Commanders, then Redskins. Chris Dishman is their defensive coordinator, and Ray Sherman is their offensive coordinator. I think Ray Sherman was with I think he was with Green Bay too. I think he was with Green Bay. Don't quote me on that. He was with Green Bay or Minnesota. Don't quote me on that, but I think he was either with Green Bay or Minnesota. But either way, like I said, again, those were the notables. Very good game. Glad to see this team still marching on. Glad to see that we're seeing championship winning football in this area from a pro league, finally. But again, glad to see that the Defenders are on their game. Glad to see what's going on as we keep marching on to the finale of the season. And like I said, again, we're looking very good. There are some guys that are in the XFL that can play, that will probably play in the NFL, especially coming off of this XFL season. So one of the notable guys might be Mike Joseph, our cornerback, number 15. Also, let me give a shout out to the DC Defenders version of Terry McLaurin, Chris Blair, number 1. I mean, it doesn't matter what's going on. If they need a play, they need to make a pass, they go to Chris Blair. They got other guys there, but Chris Blair is their guy. And he just has that Terry McLaurin style of play. He makes sure that he gets the ball, he catches everything. He there's never a point where you don't feel he's open. The only thing about it is that this offense doesn't throw as much as you would want them to, because I think they're leading the league right now in rushing from their running backs and their quarterbacks. So Again, Chris Blair is looking fantastic in Washington. Like I said, Chris Blair to me is actually the DC Defenders version of Terry McLaurin. So again, keep watching out. Again, glad to see the DC Defenders still marching on to a possible championship. Hopefully they can do it. Other than that, man, y'all tell me what y'all think. How excited are y'all for the DC Defenders? And how excited are y'all for this upcoming St. Louis game, which is a huge game in a big arena, and they're actually drawing big crowds there. So this will be a true test for this DC Defenders team, because they're going into enemy territory where it's gonna be loud there. So again, like I said, we'll see what happens. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Are y'all excited about this 4-0 start? Are y'all hoping that we take down the Battlehawks again in St. Louis? Y'all tell me what y'all think. How excited are y'all that De'Aaron King is just doing his thing? Leads the XFL in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Again, excited. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Other than that, this has been your man John Fortune, and this has been the Frustrated Fan Sports Show.